God is raising a generation of people who will be purified from sin, from works of the flesh, and everything that ravages young people in this generation. God is raising an army of people who will not be afraid to stand for the truth. They are called the Gen Zs. God lovers, God chasers, and most importantly, God doers. A generation with a burning quest just to do truth. Will you be that generation?
Wedding. Hi guys, welcome to another interesting and blessed episode of Single Summit Inheriting God Life. My name is Mausi James Oyebanji, as you know, and I have with me today my sister.
Adeyemi, how was last episode for you? Last episode was about Japa, and that topic was a really interesting topic.
But sorry, let me cut you. I mean, before we go into all of that, let's greet everybody more. Okay, I know last week was a blessing, but let's tone it down because today like this, we are taking it step by step.
All right.
Right. So, guys, how are you? I actually want people to write it there on the screen. Just write it on your phone. How are you? Tell me how you're doing. How was your week? How are you doing? So you followed last week's episode, and I know that you were blessed. But I want to ask Tosin. I don't want Tosin I want to be the one to ask her how last week was for her. So Tosin, how was last week?
Maybe the thing is
for
still inside my body.
Yes.
I don't think I've gotten over last week edition.
So how was it for you?
Okay, so you know the topic, Japa and a believer's stance on relocation. So it gave me an idea on how important our location is in the will of God. I think that was like the highlights for me concerning that topic. So wherever I am, God is interested in where my location is. I think that was just the highlights for me on last week edition.
Yes. So guys, Tosin has told us what blessed her. Can you let us know what blessed you? I know some people are still joining now. Welcome. We're greeting you.
Welcome.
Okay, so tell us how last week blessed you. What did you learn? Maybe just give us one sentence. Or how was it for you? It was mind blowing. It was, I want to begin to see those comments right now. So yes, so guys, this week we have something interesting to discuss. Starting, anyways, because I'm sure this is not the only episode we'll be having regarding this particular topic. And I'm excited for this one because this one is everywhere.
It's in the air.
It's in the air, And I know some of you already know. You've seen it around. You know what we are going to be talking about. So it is dream wedding. And Tosin, I think we are dressed to match the theme. What do you guys think?
If you call us for a wedding like this,
we are ready.
The shoot,
I have my handbag. All we need to do is just get up and go. So dream wedding. Yeah. So how do you want it? What's your preference? What's your dream wedding? When you think about your wedding, for those that are not married, anyways, but the marriage will still follow us.
Because they had their own dream wedding in mind before.
Right. So what do you think about when you think of your dream wedding? Do you think of Asheju? Or moderate? Do you think of Owanbe or low-key? What is it for you? We're going into that in proper today. Yeah. But before we continue, we have a short film that we all like to see, so stick with us.
Good morning, Lagos, and good morning, Nigeria. How are we doing today? As we go about our daily businesses, let's all remember that godliness with contentment is great gain. And with that, I welcome you to this episode of Live Podcast, our daily morning tonic, where we talk about all the latest business and technological developments.
Hey girl, what's up? How you doing?
Hey girl, I'm good. I'm alright. How you doing?
I'm fine. You know,
Are you sure? What are you doing? You're breathing so fast. Is everything okay?
just need some exercises.
You want this exercise, Sha Joy.
Of course now, I've got to keep my body fit.
You should reconsider your choice of career and become a full-time model to fit your pa.
I beg. You should eat me up one of these days, so let me give you comfortable workout routine before your wedding day.
I laugh. Let me think about it, I beg.
Okay. Anytime, I'm always around to help.
Joy, will you be available next weekend?
Aside going to the gym, I think I should. What's up?
With all that has been happening lately, everything, I was just thinking of a little, sleepover for my girls, just ease up the stress, and, get to gist and all. And I actually have something very important that I want to let you guys on, So do you think you can make it?
Are you serious? A sleepover? Oh my god. We're going to have such a great time. And we're going to take a lot of pictures. Wait oh. Shecha go dey sha. Hope we have a lot of food because I must stop. I'm eating as I'm talking to you like this.
Jennifer, 7 p.m. sharp, Jennifer. 7 p.m. sharp. Don't be late because I know you're a perpetual late comer.
No wala, babe. I'll be there at 8:30 sharp.
8:30 K. I said 7 p.m. 7 p.m. Jennifer.
Can the rest of you unmute your mic?
Hope you not be late like this.
Let me see your faces.
I won't, okay? Trust me.
So you're coming, right?
Yes, I'm coming. In fact, we are coming.
Great. I know you must be wondering what all this just is about. Unfortunately, I cannot let you guys in on all the details, but I'll give you a little insight.
In so many ways, like I've never felt before. I thank the Lord for bringing you my way, and I'm never letting go. This loving is for life. This loving is for
Getting
life.
married!
I thank the Lord for bringing you my way, and I'm never letting go. This loving is for life. I'm loving you for life.
I was so close.
Very close. Oh. 29. 29.
Bonus answer to this place.
With the food I ate. Come off it.
Put the food down, Joy. Is that why?
Please come off it.
Okay.
So
I'll think about it.
look guys.
Why the silence?
I just wanted to thank you guys for answering me. I'm so grateful to have amazing friends like you guys.
Auntie, cut to the chase, I beg. Let's have it. Raise up.
Thank you so much.
But I mean, we've been waiting for the main gist since.
Right?
What's up?
Well, it's about the wedding.
Okay.
Is everything okay? What's wrong?
Well, actually, nothing is wrong. It's just that. Guess you listen to this.
I wanted to tell you yesterday that Mutilo rent hall 2.5 million. Then, Mulono Ashwebileko, you know my supplier from Switzerland is currently unavailable. So Mulono Leko for about 75,000 naira per yard. I found it really cheap. And guess what? Chief Akimola sent us about 10,000 US dollars, you know, for war reception. War, everybody, mama,
Is something wrong?
Don't you get it? Does it have to be cliche? Does it have to? Must every firstborn have to go through this ordeal? I do not even have an idea of all the things that she said she's planning on my behalf. Like, don't I have a say in my own wedding? Shouldn't I have a right to plan my own wedding? Like, why?
Mommy, you have to consider Momsi too. I mean, you are the first child. Have you tried talking to her?
Joy, you know my mother now. You know my mother. It's not today. I've spoken to her, but she wouldn't budge. Do you know what she's saying? She's saying, Papa Sio is part of our tradition. You're my first child. I could be more like, take concern me.
Babe, what exactly is wrong with an elaborate wedding?
There's nothing wrong with an elaborate wedding, honestly speaking. It's just not my thing. That's not just what I want.
So what do you want?
A simple church wedding. Like, you know, church blesses in the morning. We have a little dance. Then we collect gifts. And, you know, we give the attendees takeaway packs. I mean, that's all. Shaking up, that's it.
So, I mean, with this one now that Momsi has done, are you going to stand your ground? What do you want to do?
I don't even know what to do. I don't even know how to go about it. Guys, like, I don't know.
Looks like we all have our issues concerning this wedding prep thing.
You tell me. I'm currently in the middle of getting a table for 72 members of staff at the office. Yes, and I'm potentially facing termination.
What? No, now you star play. Star player, are they joking?
Now that star player Gongo puts me in all this wahala. So I mentioned my upcoming wedding to my boss, and he gave me 300K for expenses. With a subtle hint that I'm going to give VIP treatment on that.
Is it not your wedding?
Yeah. You see, if we had the means to have an elaborate wedding, we would have done it, but we don't. I really do not understand how best to manage this entire situation. And I don't want things to get out of hand. Is this how stressful wedding planning is?
More stressful than you think. I mean, the list is never ending.
Wait, so is there a Mr. Right round the corner?
No. There is no guy yet. But trust me, I have it all planned out. I trust you.
Visionary.
Have you guys heard of the Belarus's dress?
That luxury dress.
I can literally see myself in that dress. Okay. And it is literally breathtaking.
Oh my God.
Hear this. So I attended about 32 weddings last year, and only seven.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
What
6,
that
7.
dress, exactly. What that dress. Now, for my reception, I mean, I don't want any negative comments after my wedding.
Okay.
So, Italian food.
Shea carbonara.
A must. If I'm marrying someone, he has to be well off because we need money to run these things.
Okay.
It's needed. Do you understand? And I'm also thinking of movie-themed reception, you know. My wedding has to be the talk of the town.
Energy.
Do you understand? It needs to be a bang.
Banger.
Okay? Do you know why?
Telling you.
The publicity is key.
Top notch.
100%. That's it.
Guys, I mean, why are we not looking at after the wedding, like the house? Because I don't mind not having an elaborate. To be very honest, I buy the church wedding idea, but you see that house, hey, I can't play with that house. Yes, I can't, because I feel like the house you live in, it determines your mood. And with this current heat wave in Nigeria, I would not even mind the swimming pool.
It's becoming a tourist center. We will pay to enter.
Because the house you are living in, it sets the mood. Do you understand? It places you in a class. Because I don't want somebody coming to visit me and it's setting an off tone. You people know I'm a simple and classy babe.
We still need money to run these things.
Maybe minimalistic designs for the interior, but it has to be top notch. But you see, I can't bear the thought of going back to a falling old house.
What do you mean?
I grew up dealing with rural life challenges and the likes. I can't crawl, and my children will crawl too. I crawl so that they could run.
That's valid.
If I'm well to do. So if it will take him 2 years to achieve this dream house, I'm not in a rush. I don't mind. I'll wait. But you see, going back to a falling old house, not again. I can't deal with rural life challenges.
I feel you.
I can't.
I feel you. We are still eating. Put it down now. Pack up.
Bisola. Are you not even thinking of even if you don't even have man yet, you're not thinking of how you're going to fit it into the clothes in advance?
You know that Belarusa has this.
Me that I'm doing workout, you think it's for fun? It starts from now, Bisola.
It's custom made dress.
What are you doing? It's late.
We'll get there.
Umi, everything is going to be fine.
I guess so.
Don't worry.
Even at the long day.
So much for clarity. Blackout, Jerry.
Wow, that was
quite a video.
Watch. Okay, so before we continue, I'm just trying to think every scene, every conversation is so true. Before we continue, okay, we have, we will not be doing this alone now, guys. We have, some people in the house with us today in the studio with us, and they will introduce themselves. I will not do that for them. So we have our guy.
Our guy for the guys.
So, my name is Steven Ogunbayo for the boys.
Oh, shit!
Welcome, Steven. We're so glad to have you. He's a newly married man, guys. He's a newly married man. Okay, so welcome. We're so glad to have you. And we have our sister, our hype woman. So meet her yourself. Introduce yourself. Welcome.
Thank you very much. I'm Ajibola Taiwo. I'm here for my ladies.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, guys. We're so glad to have you, GB. I'm looking forward to a very interesting and blessed conversation today. So, I think I would like us to pick this conversation from the reception. Yes. Why do you think that a wedding reception is a must? And is this something that you're married, so you also speak from that angle, right? Okay. But let me ask GB first, right? GB, for the ladies, do you think that a wedding reception is a must for you?
Why, yes. Yes, I do, actually.
Okay, why do you say that?
Because, firstly, the reception is where the main vibe is. The reception is the wedding. The reception is for me.
The reception is the wedding.
The reception is the wedding.
Okay.
Because of course, I know church wedding is church wedding.
Okay.
But that reception is like another wedding.
All right.
So it's a must for me. When I think of wedding, me
reception.
right now, after you may kiss your bride, which I will be the bride, it's the reception that is the wedding for me.
I get you.
So
It's a must.
it's a must.
What do you think, Steven? You're married, so of course.
For me, maybe for because I'm a guy, it's neither yes or no. But maybe my dream wedding, I would have loved that reception. Because a reception not man no. Get that kind of thing. Nobody they spray money for church. You may kiss your bride. Everybody just
Actually.
but you see that reception, that you enjoy. So maybe but is for me, maybe after my wedding, I just saw that actually it's not compulsory. It's not a must. It's not a do or die affair. Is with or without it, you are married.
You're married.
That's just for
Okay,
me.
but I want us to stick to the fact that you said that your dream wedding, you would have loved the reception.
Sister Mausi. Am I a
Tell us your idea of the marriage.
My ideal wedding, actually, if I wanted to do a wedding, K1 the ultimate Slomawa. No car.
Okay, what?
Kwamwa.
Okay.
No, Kwamwa.
Emma, you see me.
You know, just because looking at my parents and the family, everybody just like that vibe, this thing. So just having that wedding would have been top notch for me. So just growing up, that's maybe my sister's wedding just killed something.
What happened? What happened at your sister's wedding?
That wedding, people were just spending money.
Wow.
One can know. So after dropping my sister off their place, and I lift out money, just money. We counted money till like maybe 5 a.m.
Wow.
Someone called your wedding. This must repeat itself.
Wow.
So reception for me would have just been a yes.
I mean,
for
that's
me.
a very good reason to have a reception because I can imagine how far that money would go.
Yes.
No, let's be sincere, guys.
No, I will take it up from where his sister left. Okay, where his sister gone, I will take it up from there.
So I can imagine, but at the end of the day, things didn't go.
So at the end of the day, just looking at the grace present for me at that time, I see that I could not even afford a reception, and maybe the way it went, the Lord would just have me to have a small wedding, and I could not struggle. You understand? So and it was a very great deal, especially for the boys. They really tried.
The boys were written.
They just if there was nobody to sing that day, the boys their song.
They deserve some. They deserve some reward.
Yes.
Okay. So I like that. So GB, I'm going to just direct this to you.
Okay.
When we even talk about reception, guys, this is very relatable. Sure, when you talk about reception, you have different levels. What is it that cannot be missing in your reception?
Number one.
Because this has different aspects. Tossing, right? There's the photography. There's who even take your picture.
Okay.
It's not local photo. We have it can be a local. Some people want
of
TY Bello. That's there's one thing. There's a way TY Bello's pictures look. Luxury. Class. You get there's that, and there's the band, the kind of music. Some people don't want DJ. So what is it that cannot be missing in your reception? I think that will give us a direction, going forward into that reception talk.
Thank you.
Welcome.
See that second one that you said.
Which one? Which one exactly?
Live band. Oh God, I'm already hearing the sound.
Please, live band has levels.
Of course.
So
let me first draw a story first.
Right.
No, true life story. My grandpa died on his burial. We shall celebrate and all of that, and the live band was there. When it was time, they've been calling people's names. People will come out, spray money, go back. When it got to my own, when they started calling my name, as in, You know, you're calling Jibola, 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 Jibola. As I was just praying the money.
Oh my God.
Money was just going.
Wow.
So those Yoruba movies that so they spray money like this.
Yeah.
And you're just wondering that
Why
how would
are
they
they
call your name and you're
spending
spraying? Are you a
money?
fool?
Yes.
I was a fool.
Wow.
Like, so I would that live band it just gives a ginger. Imagine Shegu Johnson.
Hey.
Imagine Shegu Johnson.
G to the B to the Y. Shuma no wunyetsu.
Oh my God! Let me just calm down.
Are you dancing or not?
He's bringing it out.
So a live band is a
They
must.
must
It is, and it must be one that has weight.
Hey.
When
It's
they
not
mention
just the
Shegu
low.
Johnson,
So
so it's like that.
Okay. So for example, now your live band is already maybe charging maybe 1.52 million naira.
Wow.
We get.
I mean,
That's
these
why
are
I'm not
the
married
realities.
now. That's why I'm not married
Shegu will be
now.
charging maybe like 3 M.
Okay.
You will be charging like 3 M.
So we can see that the reception thing is very relative. You know, we can have a reception that is small. Someone can we just do dancing and eating, and then that's regular. And then, of course, we didn't talk about the part of the MC, right? There are different types of MC that you want. So, guys, despite all of these things, I want us to now, behold it from the point of view of a believer, right? Of a believer. You like all of those things, GB. Do you think that this is something that, as a believer now, should I say use your church mind to answer my question?
I'm a believer.
Yes, you are. Oh, I love that. Okay, so I love the sincerity.
Okay.
That's the truth, because a lot of us have our desire. And in fact, one of the clarities that we'll be getting today is to see that wanting a big wedding and wanting that reception loud is not wrong.
Yeah,
Actually.
It's not wrong in that sense.
Yeah.
I mean, GB can be a very rich woman like that. It's possible that she's very boxed
Plates.
up.
Can be.
Okay. And then she might have all the support that she needs and all of that.
Yeah.
And she's able to, go for
Fund
that. And
it.
it will stress her.
Yeah.
So it's relative. And I think at the end of the day, it narrows down to what you can afford.
Yeah.
Right? So let's move on. Tosin, let's move on.
So I know that let me speak for myself. Every lady,
Okay.
has an idea of a dream wedding.
Okay.
You get. Maybe for me, I don't think I'm like big wedding kind of person. I think I'm more of simple kind of wedding. But my wedding dress, no, my wedding dress just has to be a banger. I think that is how my own. You get the dress. Everything can be. In fact, me, my husband, the pastor, my parents, his parents, they should just bless. So everybody should be going home. I don't mind.
But that
it's that wedding dress. I think that is how my idea of my dream wedding.
So your own is that I think you are speaking the art of, this is another angle now.
Another
You have someone that, Tosin is speaking for you. Jibola has spoken for some people. Tosin is speaking for some people. And that you don't mind church wear, you don't mind in anything. In fact, let it just be very scanty.
Just parlor safe.
Should it go? Parlor. Okay, Tosin, would you do it in a parlor?
I don't mind.
Okay, this one is shocking me right now, because I'm imagining a big, a big wedding dress with a long train, and then you don't even mind where you want to wear it's just the dress.
Will outlive that day.
That's a mindset. That's another angle. So thank you for being very sincere.
Thank you.
For me, I've never really. Growing up, I used to have an opinion of how I want my wedding. I wanted, big. I love the lightings, those, purple, yellow, all those big halls with very nice. When you enter it, it's like a fairy tale. So beautiful. Then
Cinderella.
The smoke is smoking you. It's as if you want to rise up from the ground.
Wow.
And then I love the whole big, that big dance floor that they will inscribe your name. They will write it. You will have a logo. So growing up, I used to be exposed to Bella Nigeria a lot. Like at some point, as a believer, I was already born again. Yeah. And then I used to follow Bella Nigeria on Instagram. So it started giving me a sense of how I want my wedding to be. It started giving me a sense. I started seeing a template. So I will see the dresses, I will see the pre-wedding photo shoot, which we are going into. And then I started saying, okay, so this is it. Oh, I would love to have this. And they started forming, ideas in my head. But, lo and behold,
We give glory to God. We give glory to God.
As I started growing up, the Lord started helping me more. Even before my wedding came, some of those things started, dwindling. And by the time I entered my situation, I just think that it's either you accept it or you die. Just accept things the way they are. What do you want to do? And I saw that the Lord was, just carving my life in a different direction, and I already knew that this was not going to be possible. So I had a wedding without reception, but at least I made sure that the wedding was sweet. We were done by 1 p.m. The trad in the morning, and then the church wedding, there was no reception. Everybody had their, food in takeaway, packs with the bags, customized. So that's my angle. That was how I saw it. And at the end of the day, the workings of the Lord led me to a place where I realized, and I did not regret. I didn't feel like I never had. I will not till tomorrow. I'm not going to. I don't believe that I'm going to sit and say I'm not fulfilled. That wedding was not. It was just sweet. It was just. I felt fulfilled. That's the word. So that's it for reception, and I'm glad that we've been able to talk about that. So I want us to now go into this, the size of the wedding. What is too small? What is too big for you? For your kind of wedding. Okay. What do you think is too small? You never invited me to your wedding.
I'm so sorry.
So you apologize again. Say it again. Let me consider.
Now, see, you did not invite me to your wedding too. You didn't.
Okay. Sorry. I'm pointing and kissing fingers. I'm so sorry. Guys, some people are even still kissing me. I'm sorry. You get my story now. You pity me now, right? Thank you very much.
I'm sorry, but not invite you. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
So what was the size? What was a big or small wedding for you? Did you think your wedding was low-key?
Yeah.
Do you feel like your wedding was small because it was low-key?
It's relative, actually. But for me, it's not a small wedding, and it's a small wedding.
Okay.
When I mean that, it's not a small wedding. I wanted to do a small wedding. Really, really just want to do something parlor stuff, and it ended up being a canopy stuff eventually. So, but
I'm sorry.
Okay.
You didn't use a hall?
No, I did not use a hall.
It was a canopy.
It was a canopy.
Guys. No, I'm not even trying to.
It was a canopy.
It's something you won't find it like. Even me, I still make sure that I go get all.
No.
I must do it in the hall. So see, I feel like some things are changing. Mindsets should. So thank you very much for mentioning that detail.
Okay.
It's very important.
And actually, I wanted to just use the living room. Just the living room. And
for someone that wanted a big wedding.
I wanted a big wedding. But just looking at God's provision at that moment, I just know that doing a big wedding for me is not being grateful. Is doing what the Lord has not provided. Actually. I have a lot of things to say regarding that. So maybe let me just start from maybe clothes. Now, like travel by Tosa, everybody will be expecting to be wearing gym.
Actually,
I had expectations too.
So, but I will shock you if I say that even my suit, I borrowed it.
Wow.
Actually, is not, for me, is not compulsory. It's not mandatory. It's not something that you must do or what you cannot do. As in, if I did not say that I borrowed the suit,
Never.
So it's not nobody. We tend to follow unnecessary pressure out there. Unnecessary pressure from social media, what my friend will say, what my family will say. And I have to appreciate my wife also for being a good sister, understanding sister, and not just putting me under that pressure that we have to do this. There must be a shoe that, as in everything on my wedding, I think the only thing that I have was me.
Wow.
And I think wives also play a role in this wedding thing.
Yes.
Because if you put pressure on the man, he will go and do what he's not supposed to do because of this dream wedding.
What you said about your dress now. Are you having a change of mind already?
No, not that. No. I'm not talking about the dress.
Okay, please continue.
So there are many unnecessary things that that I just saw that those season, and that season it's a lot for me because there was a lot of pressure from the days, from how it once go and everything. So, but if there's anything I appreciate first my loving wife and also what the Lord did in me in that, because that process is a lot for marriage. Many people start planning for wedding and leave marriage because your everything will end. Okay,
10 p.m.
10 p.m.
Even after party.
As after party. After party. You just be like real life, really. Somebody will just go, yeah, Ketra, sir, the balance is 500,000, sir. You've not sent it. That you know that there is real life.
Yeah.
But you just see that there was just a grace for me that I just know that I can't do beyond what
God has provided.
What the Lord has provided at that season. So just for me to just discern, what is this? What's the Lord saying? What do the Lord want me to have? I can afford a suit. I'm tried by Tosa. But at that time, I just look at it. Getting an extra suit will cost me another money. Why not just get someone that already have a suit and just do it?
Wow.
And it was done.
Guys, please, I just want to open my mouth like this. Wow.
So
no, seriously, sisters, can you get married under a canopy?
No stars.
Under the canopy of God.
What do you have to say to that?
Sisters.
What do you think?
Okay, so first, I like the way he was saying for me.
Yeah.
For me.
Yeah,
For me.
You don't talk for you.
You know that this, even generally, salvation is personal.
That's this.
Salvation is personal.
Yeah.
That's one. So for me, I don't feel because my own. Okay, first let me just do a background.
Okay.
I'm not the only child though. I'm the only girl. I'm the last born. My two brothers have married. And it's just me that the many money they can lavish it on me.
I'm sure they should watch you right now saying this.
So, so why should I owe them back? It's more like I just see it that my wedding I never even had any other definition of how my wedding would go, aside from being loud.
Yeah.
Because even tonight I still hear it. Like I hear it. They are just waiting for when you say, let's do this. So do you get?
Yeah.
So that is one. And for me, elaborate wedding or big wedding, like I said, it has just always been a thing in my head. Like, when I say a thing in my head, it's not a big deal for me.
Yeah.
And when I say it's not a big deal, it's not like I have the money now. And you know, since I've been saying, I did not even say it's really my money. Do you get? I'm not even thinking about my money.
Yeah.
But I know that
Somehow.
Any, I'm sure the wedding will. And number two, please, I'm a loving wife, dear future husband. Not the way Stephen was saying, my loving wife, which I'm understanding. I get it. Do you get? So for me, I don't feel, even when I think about the big wedding, I don't feel less spiritual.
Yes.
I don't feel less spiritual. I feel is from you're asking me from believer's point of view.
Yes.
That big wedding is just
God's
there.
way for you.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying any other thing as God's way. That's what I'm saying. No, I'm just saying. So for me, that big wedding is just the big wedding.
Okay. So let me bring this out from what I've noticed from what both of you are saying, and I think it applies. He mentioned something about he realized that this is what God has provided for me, and he just aligned with what the provision was at that season. In that season, you are also saying that what God has provided for you are your brothers, your family, your family members, and it means that they are willing to go far and beyond for the extra and the loud. So you are willing to also align. Just like Stephen aligned with his little. Willing to align
exactly.
Plenty.
Why should I go below
when
the standard, the provision?
Bless you.
You get
Okay.
exactly.
I love these angles. Thank you so much, guys. So from what you also said, I'm going to also ask, right? So do you does it mean that you're already saying it, you can allow your family influence your type of wedding? I mean, making reference even to that movie we saw, the film, the short film. You can allow your family. You feel comfortable allowing your family have a say in how your wedding should go, on how your wedding should, what kind of wedding you should have.
Okay, so thank you. Throwing it back to that movie, when as she was saying, as the mother was calling, I was
2.5
like,
million. All.
just give her to me.
That's my mother. That's my mommy.
Just express herself. Why not? If not, why not? Just express yourself. It will not stop me from dancing with my husband on that day. It will not stop. I feel like if my family want to, the way they want the wedding, I already know they want it loud. So if they want it on loud, I will not allow them. Okay. But they want it loud, I will allow them. And influencing the wedding, it has levels. Because you are bringing in money does not mean that maybe there are some decisions that I cannot still take, actually. And if I am my family, I know I've actually seen where people switch up. You know, I've seen where families switch up. When is that day? You be like, this is my mother. But that day, bring the money first. Just supply all the money, then we can sort that out.
Can we put into consideration the brother you are marrying?
Of course. That's why I did not mention his name, so that we know that I'm not after his money.
Okay, I mean from the angle of what if it's someone that likes a low-key
conservative
GB.
What if it's someone? We will sort it out when we get there.
I have a question following up the question Mausi asked. So, do you think having a dream wedding in your head is like a veil, like maybe between you and your supposed husband?
I don't even know the supposed.
Do you think it can be a veil with your wedding planning, the decisions? For example, let's say he wants a low-key wedding and you want something big. Do you think it's possible that both of you can just meet
Okay, so I feel that the husband that will marry, he'll be very understanding.
Okay.
He may be listening right now.
God-fearing husband.
He's getting it. So we'll reach a junction. But you see that wedding, it will
There must be live band.
It must be live band. Okay, if they play for him, won't he dance? He will dance now. So thank you for saying true. So, the husband, that's why I'm not, like, I'm putting it into consideration. If I put it into consideration, that means, okay, there are some things that the wedding will be big. I can't even say there are some things that will come down. He will understand. He knows GB.
Okay, now.
So it will flow. Both of us will flow alongside.
Okay, so guys, everything GB has said is from the point of view of the provision is available.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what's on the table right now. The provision, what is provided, what has God made available for this season. Stephen did not go to kill himself and put himself under undue pressure. And then his wife also stood in a place where she aligned with how he sees things as he head. And they had a beautiful wedding. Sisters, I repeat, can you marry under canopy? That thing cannot leave me. No. So I really respect your
Do you know that song that I used to sing when we were young? Under the canopy.
That's your wedding.
No, I'm just saying that the canopy wedding is under the canopy.
Yes. And GB also is saying that she already knows that the provision is loud. That's why she wants to have a loud wedding. But she's also saying that if the brother comes and she sees the brother and the brother is conservative, she will meet him.
We manage each other. That's why two is better than one. So manage each other. Just that husband side, just manage each other.
All right, guys. Thank you so much. So let's go for that. Can we talk about pre-wedding shoots?
Photo shoot. Mausi, we saw your own.
Guys, now
I think Mausi did like 3 outfits. Or is it like 4? I think there was one she posted before the photo shoot.
When I saw that
was behind the scene. That was behind the scene. Okay. So pre-wedding shoots. Okay, so pre-wedding shoots. What do we think about pre-wedding shoots, guys? See, can you not talk about that? I've done my own wedding. So that's why it's on the table.
All right.
But back then, it was never a thing. Is it just
actually,
me? When did pre-wedding shoots become a standard for getting married. I really want us to like talk about this thing because in fact you must do 3 outfits: trad, English, and casual. That casual you must wear sneakers. Something that will be sneakers.
Yeah.
Right. So when
Joggers.
what do you guys think about that idea? Did you have a pre-wedding shoot?
No. I did not have a pre-wedding shoot. And actually,
wow.
Well, no, you know what's on my mind. Okay, you did not have a pre-wedding shoot, but you had a proposal shoot.
That proposal shoot, that silhouette. You guys don't know that was not a pre-wedding shoot. That was a production shoot.
If say that if I was supposed to go with maybe the way I am or my guys for the boys, just looking at maybe the proposal and we just want to keep things like that, it's going to be a mad wedding.
Wow.
But just looking at God's provision and just looking at what is available.
God provision again. Inside so that determines the wedding shoot.
As in, it determines everything.
Wow.
If there is no grace for something and you do it, is violating the grace that, as in the scripture said that you should not frustrate grace. You can. It's possible as a believer you can frustrate grace. As in, you can just have your way on how you want things to be done. As in, photo shoots was just as in sometimes I don't even remember that we've not done photo shoots. I'm not joking.
Wow.
I don't remember. It's that much. It's not that okay. At some point, we just have the clothes that we want to. The clothes is in the house. So me and my babe we talk about the pre-wedding photo shoot and all. But that things was just going. Like this thing is not necessary. And lo and behold. Is not as it does not add or take away that I should take my wife to the house. So pre-wedding photo shoot or not is based on, for me, is based on what you think you want. It's not compulsion. It's not you are not under duress. Nobody's putting gun on your head that pre-wedding photo shoot or I'm not following you. Or pre-wedding photo shoot, we are not having this wedding. Do you understand?
I think I like that. So guys, we see that some of us don't even know. You know, some people don't know. They just feel like, wedding, if I want to get married now, the wedding photo shoot, this and that. So we are hearing it live and direct now. It's not a standard per se.
No.
It's everybody that's done it was based on preference.
Yes.
Okay, so it was based on preference. But before we continue, let's just go on a break. We'll be right back.
Be right back. Welcome back, guys. The comment section is already buzzing. As in, let's hear it. Okay. Just MJ said, I agree. Ina to follow God's provision at that time before the brother read all my comments and run away. The brother don't call GB Abi. As in GB, they are asking maybe the brother is already here. Does provision negate leading? Billion says, does provision negate leading? Miss Bravey said, we must see the end of this matter, actually. Wow, we must see the end, though.
It's glad to know that you guys are with us and we are together doing this together. We were on a particular subject.
The photo shoot.
Pre-wedding shoot.
Pre-wedding photo shoot.
Stephen already gave us his angle and he said that it was based on the provision of the Lord at that time. So that's directed everything he did. That informed all his decisions towards the wedding. And now I'm about to ask our GB for the ladies. Point of view on pre-wedding photo shoot. What's your take on that?
Okay, so firstly, I don't see any big deal about photo shoots.
Yeah. You don't mind?
I don't mind
not having a pre-wedding shoot.
No, I don't see any big deal. Means that
you must have a
normal. It's just
normal. Not that I don't mind not doing. I'm just saying that, like, I don't see any big deal.
The small
I'll just-
thing, like,
exactly,
normal.
just do photos, snap pictures. At the end, when we get to the house, we hang pictures, memories. Even if you are not hanging some of the pictures as frames, when you check pictures, like, also imagine when I'm pregnant and I'm checking photo shoot of when I was pre-wedding shoot. Share you get? I'm like, Since I was fine.
So you feel
That kind of thing.
encouraged.
I'm just saying,
Your
you
pregnancy
get,
period.
I'm encouraged that I'll get back.
I'll get back.
Please, let me just beg. Your brother, the brother that is she's not really like that. Let me beg on her behalf because don't be afraid, don't run away. She can still
Meet you.
if you come, she will align with whatever it is.
But the brother to know that before the
I'm trying to help you.
Okay, sorry. Understand. I'm just
All right.
so,
Yes,
so
but
that's
it's
just
beautiful.
it.
Yeah.
So that's just it. I feel like if there's time for it, if I have the time for it,
And
I
the
go
provision
and the
for it.
provision for it, I go for it.
Yeah, actually.
So that's what I'm saying. It's not a big deal. If I have the time, and
What do you
provision, I
think
go
is
for it.
informing this decision? If let me just ask you, if pre-wedding shoot was not a trend, do you think it's something you'd have still gone for?
If I picked it, I would have gone for it.
Picked what?
Picked what?
Anywhere. Now, if I just like, babe, mo dey feel quicker than picture before the wedding. I'll go for it. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you.
Because I feel like back then, I think they used to have, but it was mostly for their jotters, souvenirs.
No, it depends on how back. How back do you mean?
How back?
Maybe
back then it was
it
not
was not
a
a
thing
thing at all.
and it's still not a thing. Really, pre-wedding shoot is not a standard for. It does not define what our wedding, the floor of wedding should be. First of all, pre-wedding shoot, 3 outfits, 4 outfits, this, and then before we now go into introduction, or maybe introduction would have happened, or it's actually now it's introduction, pre-wedding shoot, and then trad, and then nobody said there is no way it is written. And that's the standard for how it should be.
It's
Do
not
you
the
understand?
standard.
And one thing that I'm also learning from your conversations, thank you very much, is that we are not here to say that we should be comparing ourselves. I don't know if you get now. We see GB's person. It's obvious to all of us. GB is an eye person. She's a vibe on her own.
Yes.
Stevie is also a vibe for the ball. He's also a vibe, right? But we see the individual. We see each person in their response to the situation, and it's teaching us that we do not compare. We should not compare. And you see how Stephen is saying the provision is not to have it, and GB is saying she's saying that the provision would be there to have it, right? But I don't know if I can branch off. Based on what you're saying, something came to my heart actually. Is it good to plan your wedding on or prepare to have your wedding based on provisions you have not seen?
Okay, so the thing
family
is,
members,
I get.
they will give me money. This is going to come.
I get. So, like I said, is that they will give me money. It's just that.
Just know.
It's just
knowing.
It's just you get. I don't know how else to say this.
Maybe
just,
as far you have experience with your brothers, how their own went, so you feel like it's
maybe.
just take the flow.
So it's not only that I'm banking on it, like probably banking all my life on it. That's why I still said provision. So it's still based on provision. So based on that provision, I just see that.
But you know that provision will be loud, sha.
Provision will ma wa.
And it will result to loud provision. Loud. Yes.
Loud it is it loud?
Okay. Okay. So, but we are agreeing that it is not ideal to plan your wedding, or as a sister, just sit down and say, or as a brother, let's say from GB's point of view, and you say, I have an uncle in Canada. Normally, he sends me my mom money like sometime. If we can't get less than $5,000 from him, I have another one in the UK. You know, and then you plan your wedding around that, or you begin to see your kind of wedding based on.
I don't think that's right.
On those things. I feel like it's not ideal.
I don't think so
I believe
too.
we all agree.
I think I want to say something about that. As in, that's one of the most how will I put it? One of the most
risky thing you can
never do when you want to plan for your wedding. As in, don't bank on the money that is not in your account. It's very risky. As in, don't plan on that until UK. That used to give, as in, he has never missed in her life sending you 50,000 naira for your alawi, and you just know that this auntie came for my sister wedding.
He's a sure
auntie na
banker.
shikini.
Yeah.
As I'm talking from a real life experience, and you just say that at that point in time, they have something to do.
So we just shank.
And they can't even send you 1,000 naira. The only best thing that they can do is just to give you a call. And so you don't have to be offended. Because he's not coming. As you can't plan paying caterer based on the money that somebody wants to give you.
Coming.
Or pay photographer based on what is not available. That was what I was saying, that provision. You just see what is available. You just see what is not available. Just like, okay, I can do with this. I can't do with.
And if God now brings it.
Just imagine that your auntie just send you, maybe just convert it, maybe like 50 million. And just like, God, this is a provision.
But you were not actually banking on it.
You're not banking on it. It's not that you're putting your mind that you're not greeting her. I just said you greet it. Wow. You now use her as story, not tag her. You know that you just tag your auntie again.
Big sis.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, I get you.
How you can go like. Auntie making wedding again, boy. Just and you just see that even that your auntie has a lot on her table, or that your uncle, maybe your mom just have. So, we don't really know what will happen. That's why it's just provision.
Yes, I also feel that the wedding season is a time for the couple to actually get life. You know, some people lose life when they were planning to get married.
Yeah, right.
You know, as in before they met the brother or the sister, they were fine. There was life.
Yeah.
But when the wedding preparation can just be a veil. You lose focus, you lose life, offense with your family members. The person that you thought would give you money did not give you. You're angry. Your wife did not agree with the idea you're trying to bring. People are not seeing that. Like the devil just use it to, you know. So I feel like this period for we believers is actually a time for us to get life.
Exactly.
And it's easy to lose life with planning for a wedding.
For chipping that into scene. So wedding season is preparing for a wedding, or is a period where you can get life or lose life. Right? And I actually also wanted to chip something before about how we are not really looking. We know now that we should not be looking at money that we don't have. We should not rely on people. That also does not take away the place of faith.
Yes.
We are trusting God, not people.
Yes.
You are not what's Ojukokoro in Yoruba now? Remind me in English. Eyes of. You are not
covetous.
Thank you. That's the word. You are not covetous. So you are not looking at the money in people, your auntie, your family members. That has not come to you. Yes. You are being contented, but you also have faith
to trust God will provide.
But then you are also now watching as God is providing.
Yes.
Do we get that? We are watching how that provision is coming. Part time, looking at the season. And what is God making available? What is on ground?
Yes.
I want to say something about that. That you just maybe preparing for your wedding, and you just see 1 million in your account. Does not mean that it's for the wedding.
Actually, another angle.
As in, you don't understand. As in, you just see that. When you just see that 1 million, just that all 500,000.
Yeah, you just divide it.
And that's why it's provision. God has just provide that money for season of the
Yeah.
Some people don't want to.
God just provide that money maybe for your brother that want to do wedding. Just imagine that. Okay, now Kuti is doing wedding, Musa is doing wedding, and money just land down into my account. There, and you guys just see worry. And the Lord just instructed, give this money to your brother. Give this money to your brother. We're like, God, So
that means what you're saying is that because I'm getting married doesn't mean my love work should drop, my giving should drop, my preparing my brother should drop.
That's what we're saying about how it's a time to get life.
Exactly.
I'm a Christian before this wedding.
Yeah.
I used to pay tithe before this wedding. Money now coming during the wedding. And now look at 200,000. Tiba so tithe 20,000. It's short. Okay, try. God, please forgive me. Just God, we are down. This way, it's provision for weddings. For your wedding. As in, you've sustained yourself. You've robbed yourself of being a believer.
Sorry to trip this
blessings actually that will come. Because these things will not go without blessing. There's always reward for giving. I cannot. I'm a very big fan of we should give.
Yeah.
You rob yourself of blessings when you have an opportunity to give. And you don't. But really, this is very tough, especially when seriously. Imagine that somebody sends you money and you feel like this money is the money for your dress.
Yes.
and you are expecting that money, you will not see that instruction. You
Just use
the Holy Ghost won't dawn.
or you put your
block
phone
your ear.
airplane mode.
Do you understand?
So
Like the
that-
spiritual antenna will just come down.
That's why I feel like, being spiritual is the cocoa, like it's the core thing. Because there are some times that provision will come and it's actually for the wedding. Do you get?
Yes.
You have to see that.
Yeah.
You have to
True.
know that.
Yeah.
You know, someone can be spooky and say, "Oh, this money." Because we
Yes.
read things, I'm like, what it is for?
Let's
it's not for
shall
us.
give.
Let's go and give. You may even
Yes.
give the wrong person.
Yeah.
And it's just a waste.
Wow.
You get. So that balance is
sensitive.
being spiritual.
Yeah.
Sensitive
Being
to your
led.
spirit, being led.
Not
That's
being
it.
spooky.
That's
Yeah.
just
So
it.
it could be for provision for the wedding,
Yes.
and even what are you doing concerning the wedding? Like where to plunge that money
Yeah,
into?
being
Yes.
led,
So
being
that's
led.
So
Very
being,
important.
being led is also very important.
Yes.
Like we said, it's like we also said earlier. This is not. We are not. I'm trusting God that after this broadcast, some people will not glean towards. Oh, now somebody had already on that canopy. Now I don't want to hear it. See you. Maybe there's a brother that is about to get married. Just call his wife to and say,
No, you don't yet. This kind of feel.
or you understand?
No.
Or somebody that was moderate and knows that God is will have them be
Yeah,
moderate.
they
Now
want
say, GB has said.
Yes.
Hey, GB is a spiritual sister. She has said, she has voiced it on IG Live that you can be loud and trust God. No, we
my
are
God.
not led.
Yes.
We're not comparing. We don't want us to glean towards either side.
Yeah.
We just want us to be focused. We need to pick how God is leading us,
Yes.
what God will have us,
Yeah.
what God is
At that
providing,
time.
what God is instructing
Per
us
time.
to do
Yes.
per time in the wedding season.
Yeah.
That's what determines Owanbe
Yes,
or moderate.
yes, yes.
Yeah.
That's what determines Asheju
Or low.
low. We
Yes,
understand.
yes.
Yes. So
Yeah,
Tosin, you wanted to say
I
something?
think I have a question. Maybe gleaning to now the extended family. Maybe me and my husband to be. We've agreed, based on the instruction the Lord gave us. This is how we want our wedding to be now. So we have our in-laws. They want the opposite.
Yeah.
I'm not going to put the type of opposite. They just want the opposite. And you and your husband, you have agreed that you want this one. So what? Because I've heard stories of in-laws, mother-in-laws in quotes, giving their daughter-in-laws problem, after the wedding. That because of the whole experience, maybe the girl, maybe the girl had her way to get what she wanted, and they did not do what the family wanted, and they now had issues after the wedding. So, what are you going to advise that kind of person? The Lord has already told me and my husband this, and then there is our in-laws to, make peace.
Okay, so you are saying that a couple was the situation of a couple suffering after their wedding because they did not dance to the tune of their family.
Yeah, that happens.
What do you guys? Is that really? I feel like the issue of dealing with in-law is another huge topic on its own.
Yeah,
and
actually.
one thing that I'm going to bring up from that is wisdom.
Wisdom.
Wisdom is needed, really. Whether if a couple feel like they are suffering after, because I don't think it will be based on not doing what the in-laws wanted at the wedding. I think it's a lot of things together that would have come together to make that person feel that way. I just don't. I just as believers, we have a better mindset of how to deal with in-laws. What to do, but which is really not the focus of our conversation today. But I just feel like there's wisdom. Wisdom is profitable to direct. But to speak in the direction of what we are talking about. If you are led and you are sure you are led, the Bible says for a man to leave his mother and his father, cleave to his wife. If you're sure that you are led, and I feel there's a way to present things to your parents.
Yes, actually.
There's a way to just present things to your parents. Sometimes if you see that, I feel personally, they keep insisting that this is how they want it. There will just be the way that you will know if the Lord will say hands off. Let them have their way.
Wow.
You would know.
Wow.
You would know. The Lord. There's a way the Lord can just come to say, just let them have their way in this aspect. Or okay, let them have their way, but you can still come to a middle ground, have a conversation with them for that. I just feel all of this wisdom is profitable to direct, and it's the Holy Ghost that would breathe on the whole situation. The Holy Ghost that will lead out to take each step. Wedding season is a very high.
It's a very high season.
You understand? So yes, guys, I'm being blessed. I hope you guys are being blessed.
Yeah.
I really wish I could see more comments right now. So I want to ask you, GB. Hey, I want to ask you, can you borrow wedding dress?
Why are you asking?
Because you are for the ladies. Our brother now got married, and he was not ashamed to tell us. Let us know. There's nothing to be ashamed
No, there's
of.
nothing to be ashamed
Yes,
of. I'm just
that he borrowed the suit, and that's something he would hardly find now. So the thing touched me. It touched me just like the way the canopy touched me. So
Okay.
Jimmy, can you borrow?
The way you said the thing touched you. So I've been hearing and I've been seeing that, okay, sisters, they borrow wedding dresses from the people, their predecessors in the wedding.
Say predecessors.
Their predecessors.
People have gone ahead. Okay. In the wedding matter.
In the wedding matter. So it's nice. I'm like, okay, let's have
Can you
it.
imagine?
I don't see it. I'm like, this is nice, but for me,
It's not nice.
I don't know.
Okay, tell us.
Okay, I know. Okay, so the thing is, I have my tastes. One, I'm really about the vibe that comes with the wedding.
This vibe we have to define.
I'm just really about the everything. But so about the dress, I want my dress. Let's just state it.
What if the dress that you see someone that wore your taste?
My taste.
Exact dress you wanted, and the person wore it.
Many issues are already coming from my head like this. As you said, somebody wore my taste like that. I may want to edit the taste. You know that's another issue right there. I know, right? But I want to modify. I may want to modify the taste. Like, okay, this person has worn my taste. There are tastes everywhere.
So you want to surpass the taste that's
not
been...
surpass. I may even do it so it may be less. So for me, wedding dress, I would love to just have my own wedding dress.
So that means you can't rent a dress. We talked about borrowing. If you can't borrow,
if I cannot borrow, I'm like, renting self is not.
Hey.
Consider it so. Because I actually rented my wedding dress.
Because that renting actually is like, I've always known about renting.
Okay.
That was always a thing that, okay, they rent wedding dresses. I didn't even know that people used to own wedding dresses, because I just feel like after the wedding, what else is remaining? So it was always been a thing of renting. But you see that borrowing, number one, I will just make sure that my family people must not hear that I borrowed the wedding dress. That thing is there. You cannot tell your mom that mommy over here show. Please don't do that. Like, God forbid. They'll just go all out there. So for me, actually, to be very sincere, I don't mind borrowing a dress. Actually, if it's my taste, so not just what is available. So I go for maybe that too. Maybe I like this dress. I'm like, okay. But if there's provision to get my own dress, I will go for it.
Which is also very okay. I mean, like we've said, right? For me, I'm not, I don't know. I just feel like the issue of dress is personal to a person. I didn't mind. Borrowing and renting is the same thing. You are just paying. In renting, you are paying. Because you are borrowing, another person will use, another person has used it before. But for me, I didn't mind borrowing. You get, but I did not. There was nobody that had my body type, the way I wanted it. So I just opted for renting, and even that renting was expensive.
Wow,
there's also that one expensive. It was expensive because what I went for. The one you want is the expensive one.
Do you understand? You get it, right? So it's also relative. So it's personal, and I like how you said provision, right? If you have the money, and you know that money even came to you, and this money is for this,
for the
why
wedding.
not? Some people can even get tailors that can make their wedding dress for them just the way they want it, right? And they might not have to spend so much as maybe ordering it from the US or something. So at the end of the day, as grace level permits, as grace level permits, yes. I've been so blessed. So it was saying.
Let's take one more question. I think this question is just ringing in my head.
Okay.
Question says, do dream weddings influence the choice of a life partner? If you want it big, will you be able to marry someone who can't afford or fund it? I think gleaning from the that short clip we watched.
Yes.
So some sisters are like, well, if you cannot afford it, I beg go. The brother should go. So that means she's looking for a kind of brother that can sponsor the wedding. Mama, I'll see. Over to you.
Why? We should ask our guests. I think we should ask our guests first.
All right.
Why is it? Actually, we will all speak to this, but let's hear your point of view first. Because you are the one that is all up. You want the loud. So, and you said the brother is not around. He's not here yet.
Repeat the question again.
Will the dream
Your
wedding,
dream wedding influence your life partner?
Which is loud. Will it influence your choice of a life partner? Can you marry a brother that is broke?
You see this question?
Jesus.
This question I want to answer now. There's a fear of, when you say something, that's when the dealing will not come.
So you don't want to say it.
Well, let me say it. All truthfulness, me, I don't think my choice of wedding would influence the choice of my partner, of my life partner. Even when the bubble comes, I'm not thinking about the wedding. Like, as soon as it comes, it's not the wedding first. It's more like I'm looking into the life we both share. The marriage. I like the I'm looking into the marriage, like that life. Okay. So, like I think you asked me previously that what if this person is conservative, and I said we'll manage. Yeah. So, it's like I said, it's still based on provision. So all of these things I am saying is still based on provision. As provision would have it, as God's provision would have it, that's how we venture into it. So my own dream wedding, anything can happen. So my own dream wedding cannot affect the choice of my life partner. It cannot.
Thank you for
I will love the. I will love.
Say it so that we hear. We hear if he's watching now.
Say it.
I'm gonna love you more than.
Hey!
That's my dream wedding. What is the dream wedding?
Oh my God.
Compared to
It's okay. Don't ever talk to myself.
Okay, so I want to ask you.
Okay.
Can you tell us, share from your wife's point of view? I wish she was on set right now. I'm saying hi to her with plenty kisses. You want to oppress you. Right, okay, so what can you share? What was our stand? Did you guys have a conversation about it on? Oh, this is what the Lord would have us do. What was our stand? What was our conversation around this particular choice?
Choice of wedding.
Yes, of how the wedding was low key. Yeah. What was her stand? What did she say? Did she agree? Did she, fight it in the beginning and then came to terms with it? What was it like?
So I used to call her my baby is my life.
Okay, now.
We see it every day. Thank you for reminding us.
So she has been beautiful from day one, and I don't. She has
been what?
Beautiful.
Oh,
okay.
From day one, so she has been supportive and. So I can say that she's innocent about the word.
Wow.
She's just like a plain slate. Anything you give, she's very conservative.
Wow.
Towards, and being the only child, did a lot for her. So, and it's not that our family cannot afford a loud wedding. They are that buoyant, they can afford, as in, even at the initial, they wanted us to do they wanted us to do something very, very, very loud. But both of us just sitting down and looking at what the Lord really wants us to do in that season is... Sorry, I think I've lost.
Yes, what was our conversation? What did she say?
So she was just like, because we started praying. So just started praying. We know what the Lord said about the old thing. Yeah. So she was all on the table since day one.
Wow.
And also I want to ask that because of wedding, it should not determine, from my own point of view, should not determine who you want to end up with.
Yeah.
Because your wedding will still be maybe 1 year later, 6 months. What if they sack the brother from where he's working? What if they sack the sister? What if the backbone, maybe the mom that has one money and something just happened to that mother? Just something break the back. Do you understand? And you guys, maybe just 2 months, 3 months before, 4 months before the wedding, the brother got sacked later by the will of God.
By the will of God.
And maybe the mom, for God forbid, but maybe the person that all of you are just looking at, maybe that auntie, just something just happened to her, and now the wedding is there. So it's not about the wedding, the day, because choosing a life partner for that day. That day we go, that day we go, and it should just be you and your husband.
Yeah.
And I don't know what to
Get
say.
you.
It
you
all
know.
drives down to the
Thank you.
motive.
Yes.
Yeah.
Motive
The
behind-
intention.
yeah, the intention.
So that I
exactly.
think marrying, if if you know that somebody want to marry because of wedding, they don't marry.
Yes,
that
they
day.
don't honestly.
I'm sorry.
Honestly.
I'm sorry, but because after that day, we still have like 50 years to spend together.
Like, for life.
I do understand.
life.
More than 50 years to spend
Yes.
together. So it's a lot.
Because I just feel like that dream wedding, in quotes, sometimes is a veil for we sisters. Can cloud our judgment, our thinking. You will not know how to prioritize what is supposed to be number one first. You put, things that are not.
Maybe like 3 brothers have received you now. You're like,
You are using
are
his
checking
pocket
it.
size
Pocket.
to, like, you're just using the idea of your dream wedding to determine
judge.
the type, the man you. It does not even make any sense because after you after you've picked the man, okay, he can definitely fund this wedding. That is why you picked him. Does not make any sense. That's just my take. So that should not be the basis of picking a life partner. Like Steven said, things can change.
yes.
His money can finish.
Yes.
The money can come from another place.
Yes.
Things can just happen. So that is a very baseless reason to pick your life
and out there in the
partner.
world, that's what they look at.
Yes.
That's why we are not of the world.
Yes.
That's why this conversation is about the conduct of a believer.
A believer.
It's about the believer's life and lifestyle. It's about how a believer should think, how a believer should reason in this world, this perverted world. How we should respond to these situations.
Yeah.
And we have been so blessed today.
Yeah.
As in, I wish we can go on and on like this. But we've been so blessed, guys.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for joining us on this
Thank you for
episode.
staying true.
Thank you. I'm tempted to ask what you guys have to say, maybe closing word. I don't know if I can do that. Can I do that? Can I do that? Okay,
One
tell us just
second.
one thing.
Okay,
You want to tell everyone.
For
Just one thing. A point. You want to
a
tell
point
everyone.
is that just follow the leading of the Spirit,
Yeah.
the grace that is that the Lord has provided at per season. If it's loud, as in go all out.
Enjoy yourself.
If it's low key, as in
Enjoy
don't
yourself
frustrate
too.
the grace.
Yes.
If the Lord wants you, as in the Lord can instruct you that I want a loud wedding for you.
Yeah.
As in, it can be that oh.
Yeah.
It might not be because of it, might be because of maybe your fiancé. It might be because of the parents. It might be because of anything that you don't
And
know.
God will have it.
God will have you to have a large wedding, a big one at it. So just follow the leading. Not like, you frustrated that grace.
Yeah.
And if the Lord wants you to be modest, just
Enjoy
that's,
it
I
too.
think for me,
Oh,
that's
thank you
it.
so much.
I think my brother has said everything. As my brother has said. So just accept God's provision and don't be spooky as a believer.
Yeah.
So that's basically
Yes, don't be
it for
spooky.
me.
Because
spooky.
Kibi has made it known that can have a loud wedding,
Beautiful wedding.
a live band. She
Yes.
wants all of that, and she's saying that if God provides, make that provision,
Yes.
she will align, she will follow it.
Yeah.
And Tosin, do you have any?
Okay, what I have to say is
The dress is
is no,
important.
come on, no. It's neither here nor
there.
there.
Yeah.
We're not saying it's having a loud wedding is bad. We're not saying having a low-key wedding is bad.
Yeah.
We're just saying be led by whatever grace the Lord has provided. Enjoy your season, enjoy the wedding planning. Don't lose life. Just enjoy it. Basically, I think grace is always available. When you are aligned. So when there's grace, everything just falls in place.
They have said it all. Thank you guys for joining us. You can watch a rebroadcast of this particular episode on Monday.
Yes, 8 p.m.
on YouTube. We've been so blessed. I can tell you that there's more to talk about.
Yeah.
This is not the end. Though.
This is
We are
not
just
the end
starting.
at all.
I know some people have questions. Some people feel like there are some things we have not touched.
Yeah.
I no agree. Right now. I'm looking forward to be more blessed. We look forward to more conversations around this. Thank you, everyone, for joining us. See you next time on the next episode of IG Live. Bye.
Bye.